Alright, Oval and Have and Have Not fans. This particular video was inspired by a comment on the video I did breaking down the promotional photo for the Oval. And the question was, Jeremy, do you think the Oval is haves and have-nots level? So that's what I'm going to talk about here. Not including Season 3, Episode 1. I'm only talking about the first 2 episodes of the Oval. So before getting started, it's alarming to see that over 70% of my viewership comes from those who have not subscribed to the channel. Simply put, if you are here as a visitor, the doors of the church are now open. Hit subscribe. It will help me, increase the viewership of those who have subscribed to the channel from a measly 20-something%, much higher to like 50, maybe even 90 if you all subscribe. And it will help me get one step closer to 200,000 subscribers before the end of the year. So, when you look at like the last 2 to 3 seasons of the haves and the have-nots, I know by that time we all have felt, okay, this show is played out. It's nowhere as good as it used to be. It's highly repetitive. The characters are just stale. But I think that when you ask a question, let's talk about it recently. When Drake dominated the top 10 with his new album, people were like, is Drake in 2021 equal to or superior to the Beatles and Michael Jackson during their peaks? And it's like, come on, fam. So if you want to compare the Oval to the haves and have-nots, to be fair, we'll be talking about the haves and have-nots during its heyday, which was during the early seasons. So, mainly 1 through 3. Personally, I say 1 through 2, but an argument could be made for season 3 as well. I don't think so. And the Oval is the only Tyler Perry show on Viacom that I feel is fair to compare to the haves and have-nots because it's a nighttime soap. I feel like the Oval is the closest show in genre on Viacom that Tyler Perry does that matches that of the haves and the have-nots, because to be honest here, it wouldn't surprise me if the Charles storyline stuff about being president-elect could have fueled the fire or started the spark, which would have eventually led to the creation of the Oval. Or he wanted to do his own form of scandal. I don't know. So, to me, when I read the comments on this, or the replies on this comment, because I threw my hat into the ring, I said, good question, but no. I'll say the Oval Season 2 was better than Sister Season 2. I think the Oval still needs to do more work to be considered great, or as great, as the haves and the have-nots, because as of right now, I wouldn't say that the Oval is great. I would say the Oval is in okay stand-in for the haves and have-nots. The haves and the have-nots started off excellent at the beginning and only got better over time before it eventually fizzled out. The Oval had a lot of pitfalls in Season 1. I think the acting has improved for the most part in Season 2. But I think the biggest thing the Oval has working against it is the fact that it has a bloated cast. We really didn't need as many characters to follow at the same time. Maybe this upcoming season, Season 3, will be the best so far. Only time will tell. I just hope Season 3 of The Oval is better than Sisters. Season 3 of Sisters has been the worst season of the series so far. And, just looking through the comments, a lot of people are saying the same thing, the Oval has potential, but it has lots of work to do before it even reaches or surpasses peak haves and have-nots. And the original comment person said, while I agree, I feel like people can make a strong case because of Season 2 of the Oval. And it goes on, Season 2 of the Oval was only okay. It had some good episodes, but dragged a lot and only resolved a few of Season 1's problems. A lot of things, especially the characterization, got worse in Season 2. I agree when it comes to Priscilla. Even then, the Oval Season 2 doesn't even come close to the quality of the first 4 seasons of the haves and have-nots. So, yeah, I don't think it's there. And to be honest, I did a video based on like a slight rumor that I've never heard of, but a couple people, more people have been asking and saying, you know what, I think this might be the final season of the Oval. I don't think it will be, because maybe they should announce it by now if that were the case, but I don't see the Oval truly lasting that long, which isn't a bad thing. I'd much rather the Oval end strong, and unlike a lot of Tyler Perry shows, get an actual ending that isn't just kill everybody. But I think that we're only three seasons in, and hell, it looks like stakes are so high at this point that it doesn't make sense for the show to be like 5 or 6 seasons, let alone 4. So to me, I personally don't think that the Oval has yet even come close to peak haves and have-nots. Is it possible? Of course, but then again, even if the Oval surpasses the haves and the have-nots, when you look at season 1, for example, there are a lot of elements of the haves and the have-nots sprinkled in. Victoria will always be compared to Veronica because Veronica was the first. There's no two ways around it. But the Oval has done some things the haves and the have-nots didn't, like introducing Victoria's parents, where they never introduced Veronica's. In some case, well, not afraid of killing people off, but my problem is they usually kill off the characters who were actually good characters, and it seemed like they had a story and development for their character, but they died. And then some of the characters who are still alive just are repetitive, but that's neither here nor there. So let me just say, I think the Oval is good because the censorship on BET is different than OWN. But no, I wouldn't say it's anywhere close to peak haves and have-nots. And I'm not even going to get started on Ruthless, but yeah, in my opinion, the Oval doesn't come close. But it's still good, it just doesn't come close. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And yeah, if you have any other thoughts or any other videos you want me to do, feel free to comment and let me know. Subscribe, please do. And if you want to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal or Cash App.